Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Sicario, Day of the Soldado. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know, but it's the second. It's the sequel. There was a first one, and I think it's very similar. It's about the drug cartels and the Mexican and U.S. border. It's essentially what it's all about. You know, there's a drug war going on, and you know, this also involves some, I believe, trafficking of terrorists. So that's all that IMDb is going to tell you, but IMDb, it's also going to tell you it's a 7.3. So high expectations there. Benicio del Toro, high expectations there. Josh Brolin, high expectations there. So they are the two main stars. They were in the first one. So is Emily Blunt. She's not in this one. So we'll see who's going to take over her role. And there's a couple of other good actors. Matthew Modine, Vision Quest. That's right. So we'll get into it a little bit, see what it's all about. I'll give you a better explanation besides it's just a war on drugs between U.S. and Mexico and the border and trafficking. So I'll give you a better one when I get back from watching it after a little bit. Over a 2-hour movie here, so stick with me. We'll make it to the end. All right. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're at the 51-minute and 26-second mark of Sicario, Day of the Soldado, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know, a little bit close to halfway through. Not a whole lot to tell, but I could do a better job of explaining what's kind of going on. So, the drug cartel has now been using terrorists, and they're sneaking into the United States through Mexico, from Mexico into the United States, and terrorizing, and you know, they do a suicide bombing and stuff like that, whatever. That's right in the beginning, so no spoilers there. And so, of course, the Secretary of Defense, which is Matthew Modine, is trying to stop this from happening. They reach out to Josh Brolin's character, you know, who has been doing this, but over, you know, either in Mexico or, you know, over in everywhere else in, you know, Afghanistan or wherever he's been doing it, you know, because he's used to fighting this and against ISIS and gangs and cartels, and so they ask him to help them, and you know, to do it in, you know, maybe not the cleanest way ever. And that's where he reaches out to Benicio del Toro's character and gets him involved, and they come up with a plan on how they're gonna help take down the cartel. And essentially their plan so far, I mean, to generalize it, is to create a war between the cartels. So instead of just going right after the one, they're going to have them fight each other. That way they're distracted when the United States comes to take them down. So that's what the whole premise of the movie is about. How are they doing it? You know, they're, again, not a spoiler, we're only an hour through, but they are, you know, killing lawyers that are connected to certain cartels and making it look like the other cartel. They are gang or whatever. They are kidnapping, you know, people from one gang or cartel, making it look like the other one. So all that's exactly what's going on. There are some backstories. There's a kid who's kind of getting initiated, in a sense, into one of the cartels, excuse me. So he's younger, I think 16 years old, and there's a little story going on with him, so we see where that goes. But for the most part, it has been just them setting up the civil war between the cartels. Is really all it is. So not really much more to tell. I don't remember what happened in the first one, to be honest with you. I mean, I saw it, and I thought it was good, I think. But I don't think, so far, what I'm able to tell here is you don't need to see the first one. There is a little piece where they say about Benicio del Toro might be able to get revenge for his family, and that's what made me think, what happened? I don't remember, but it's not. It doesn't play a significant role. So if you haven't seen the first one so far, you could watch the second one and still, you know, enjoy it for what it's worth. That's it. I'm going to get back into a little bit more. If something interesting happens, I'll let you know, but it seems pretty much run-of-the-mill drug cartel smuggling terrorist movie with Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro. Wrapped it up for you there, but I'll check back in. Alright, see ya. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Sicario, Day of Soldado, whatever. So, real quick, Sicario, if I'm saying that correctly, is basically either wants to be or a hitman for the Latin American gang, cartel, mob, whatever. So that's what that all means. And ultimately, that's what I told you, that one kid who was 16 years old, who was cousins, he was trying to join that and, you know, ultimately move up to those types of ranks, I guess. And that's where the name of the movie came from. So, all in all, I'm a little disappointed. The movie was good. I think I was, you know, I wasn't prepared. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So, as I thought, the plot was, hey, they're going to try and take down this huge drug cartel that's, you know, terrorizing United States and sending in terrorists. And in order to do that, they're going to pin them against each other so that they lose their focus and they're going to take them down. And again, not remembering what happened in the first one, maybe that's what happened, but it diverts from that. So that is not what the movie is about. That's how it starts out and lays the groundwork. But ultimately, the movie is about how, I mentioned, they're killing lawyers and kidnapping people. They kidnapped Oscar Reyes, who was like the head of the major cartel in Mexico. They kidnapped his daughter. And they do that to, again, make him think that another cartel did it, and so they could start the war. But it was all staged by the DEA or FBI or whatever they are. You know, it's elaborate. And then they were trying to get her, you know, back. And they were going to trade her over to the Mexican army or something like that. And then so that they can continue with their plan. But the movie turns into the fact that that goes badly, the handoff. And so Benicio del Toro's character is trying to save her. So they're trapped in Mexico, and he's trying to save her, get her across the United States, and you know, so and the United States DEA and everything like that is trying to clean all this up. So interestingly enough, I mentioned Benicio del Toro had a little bit of revenge. And I think this was in the first one. He was a lawyer, and Oscar Reyes, one of his guys, killed his whole family. So here he is trying to protect his, you know, the guy he's trying to get revenge on's daughter. And that's what the movie is ultimately about. It's a little side story with the other kid who's trying to join into the cartel and move up the ranks, but it's really about the daughter, the kidnapping, and trying to protect her and get her to safety. And that's it, you know. So I was a little disappointed in that. Never really came back onto the focus of like, hey, let's end all this stuff and you know, take out the cartel. It never came back to that. It was all just about this little piece of it, which was entertaining. And I think it'd be better now that you know that. If I would have known that coming in, I would have been better prepared. That's not what I was looking for. Not what I was thinking. It's like when you know, you're coming home for dinner and your wife's gonna make you tacos, and it's like, all right, we're getting tacos, and you get home and you got Domino's. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like a bait and switch there for you. You get all excited, you're ready for the tacos, and now you got delivery. All right. No knock on Domino's, just on not homemade. That's all. Anyway, so I'm gonna give it a 6. I think on this one. Probably maybe, you know, yeah, a 6, just because of that. I like Josh Brolin, I like Benicio del Toro. You know, I thought it was a little bit of fun, but didn't live up to the hype that I thought it was going to be. And that's all I got for you. Let me know what you saw. If you liked it, love to hear your comments. But thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.